Oh, these are so nice. It's stage 3. When do you feel the most beautiful?
I'd say there's 2 moments. One is when I'm cooking, because I feel happy when I'm cooking and I feel like I'm doing something for my body and myself. So I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed for that, but when I'm cooking or when I'm in nature. Yeah, because I feel grounded.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like when I did that photo shoot in Maine, I felt like, even though I was like fucking going through whatever, it was still like, I felt very like in my body. I felt very there. So I think I felt very like beautiful because I felt myself being here.
I was dreading this question. I guess when I feel that I'm like my most authentic self. When I don't feel that I have to like put up a like persona for people to accept me or like me or whatever. I feel like that's when, yeah, I guess I feel the most beautiful when I can just be myself and not feel judged.
When do I feel the most handsome? Actually, I'll tell you exactly when. I feel the most handsome. It's kind of retroactive. I don't really look at myself in a present moment. And like when I look in the mirror, I don't like check myself usually. And I'll kind of just like observe, but not really. How I present myself in a given moment isn't like always the like a high priority for me. But there are times I look at myself, I'm like, oh, you look very handsome, Anthony. And I find it's when I am smiling, like full blown teeth showing, smiling, like a genuine smile. And once I became aware of that, I became very mindful to like, how do I like put myself in these situations more? But I'm very blessed that like I am with people that have me smiling all the time. And so I allow myself to see that. And then I see photos, I'm like, you look good in that photo, Anthony. Yeah.
What advice can you give to anyone who is struggling with their mental health?
It's hard because I feel like people have given me advice and I wouldn't listen to it because of where I was mentally. So I feel like I could say anything and it's whatever. But I think it's just remind yourself like that you're a human and you will feel things, and just to remind yourself it's okay to be selfish and care about yourself and like be able to say like no to others and be okay with that and kind of like say, okay, like I do want to take care of my friends right now, but also like you need to be able to have yourself intact to tend to others.
I would probably just say that it's okay to acknowledge that you're not feeling well. And it's okay to know and acknowledge that you need help. Because sometimes we can't do it all on our own. And I feel like that's a very common misconception that humans have in general. Like, oh, I'm struggling, but I just got to deal with it myself so I don't burden anyone or I don't bother anyone. You're not burdening anyone by telling people how you feel. Obviously, like what I do or what I've been doing recently, I've been asking that person if they have like the space to, you know, hold space for me to express my feelings. Cause I feel like if you just, like, for example, like me and my roommate, I can't just bust in the door and just rant my entire day to her. Cause what if she doesn't have the space for it? What if she's going through something? Then, you know, and she's not able to be there for me like I need her to be there for me, you know? So I feel like that's very important too. Like asking the person or whoever you're ranting to, like, if they have the space for you to, explode and like say all these things. But yeah, it's okay to acknowledge that you're not good. And you have people that are here for you, that will listen to you, even though you might feel like a burden, you're not.
You have to like be okay not being okay. Like you have to be able to accept I am struggling, I am anxious, I am sad, I am depressed. If you can't like come to terms with it, one, no one can save you. Like no one can ever save us. So if we're not being honest with ourselves about it, you just prevent every part of the process from coming after. And I think it's the hardest part because in this society, we're like primed to feel like we have to be so independent, we have to do everything on our own, that the idea of like even seeking support in some way is sort of goes against our ego and our natural way of thinking of how we behave with each other. But I feel like once you can let your ego go and sit with the feeling and be honest with yourself, that opens the door for everything else. And so that's probably my biggest advice. Like you have to be honest with yourself if you're struggling. And if that means you need help, then you need help. You deserve help.
Do you think you know yourself? And if so, who are you?
I think I'm always evolving into somebody new. So I'm not sure if I know myself this year or this chapter, where it's like I might be writing this one series, but the next series might be something different. So, who am I? I just think I'm a very loving human who wants to be able to like take care of people and heal them.
I don't think anyone knows themselves completely. I feel like every human, even though sometimes we don't want to admit it, is in a constant cycle of change and like evolution. So even if I think I know myself today, like if I find something out about myself, tomorrow it could completely shift into something else. So I feel like I know the things that I love to do. I know some characteristics about myself that, could make me stand out or, etc. But I don't feel like anyone actually really, truly knows themselves because we're changing all the time. But yeah, and who am I? Like, just me, I guess. An artist, you know, um, struggling and living through life how I want to, though. Like, that's why I moved to New York in the first place, was just to live my life as who I want to be. So, yeah.
I feel like the the moments that I feel like I know myself, I'm kind of fooling myself because the human mind is interesting in the sense that we like feeling secure, and feeling like we know something provides security. So we want to believe that we really know ourselves, that we have like a solid sort of definition of ourselves that doesn't change, and that the idea of like you may be a completely different person in 10 years, that can be really scary for some people. Or that you don't know yourself now can be scary as well. And so I feel like I discovered things about myself, but almost in a way where like I discover this, but I don't necessarily carry it with me moving forward because I know that I'm constantly changing and growing. So at some point I may no longer be carrying this, or I shouldn't be carrying this. So I feel like I'm becoming very aware of myself right now in this moment, but I'm equal parts trying to become a version of me that is always embracing and accepting the next version of me to come in the next moment. And that's been a struggle, but it's also been a beautiful like journey of discovery too.
Why do you think this is your place to be at this point in your journey, body and soul?
Um, Why do I think place to be? Journey of audience. I feel like where I'm at right now, especially with Project Feel, I feel like we are tapping into something that is very beautiful, and I don't know, I think it's gonna fucking change the world. And I know that sounds huge, but I think it's gonna change a great amount of people, and we want to make the world a beautiful and better place, but show our talents and show our inner beings and heal people through that. So I feel like I'm here to heal. I'm in this time and place to heal, whether it's me and others or both. Yeah.
I feel like this is exactly the place for me to be right now. And I acknowledge all of the things that have happened for me to get up to this point. And to be honest, there's no place I'd rather be than here right now. I don't know, I just feel like this might be very corny, but everything happens for a reason. You know, even if that thing is random chance. So, yeah, I'm just here doing the thing. So, yeah.
This is definitely the place for me to be right now because I am equal parts supported and triggered. Like I am equal parts aware of all the love and support I have around me from like the Project Field team, from my family, from my friends, from myself, from my therapist. Like I have resources around me. And I have people around me that I can be vulnerable with. And at the same time, I find myself feeling a lot of things that I have to like look at and be like, okay, now why do I feel like jealous right now? Like, why is it that I'm feeling anxious right now or I'm feeling resentful right now? And I think that comes from the environment that I'm in. It's like a healthy sort of like making you aware of the parts of you that you are trying to ignore. And so the fact that I'm not consumed by one feeling, but I can feel it all right now, at least it feels like that. That to me makes me feel like I'm exactly where I should be right now.